Hello and welcome to Firstpost. We're here on the sidelines of the Raisina dialogue, discussing some of the most important issues of our world with world leaders and business leaders. And right now I've got with me the former president of the Maldives, Mohamed Nasheed. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Firstpost. The last 1 year has been a big churn for India-Maldives ties. We saw President Muizzu start off on a very aggressive note against India. He also campaigned on India out. But now he seems to have changed that particular position. Would you agree that he's abandoned that initial aggressive policy?
No Maldives president can afford to have bad relations with India. Our safety, our security, and our prosperity is entwined with India. We have to have good relations with India. It is very encouraging that the president has realized this and turn around the initial attitudes and views that the government had. I think it is now far more stable.
When President Muizzu ejected Indian troops from the Maldives, there was a perception created that this was a sort of imperialist deployment and not a technical assistance team of India that was in the Maldives. Do you agree that that sort of an assessment was perhaps wrong to be peddled?
Well, I have always felt that it was technical assistance, and we need a technical assistance. What we had on hand was a helicopter that was given to us by the Indian Air Force. And so, therefore, until we had the capacity, we needed the technical assistance. It's unfortunate that it was thought to be anything else. I didn't think that as imperial or imperialistic sentiments or imperialistic manner of occupying the Maldives. That was wrong. It was completely technical, and we needed that.
Would you say it would be better for India-Maldives ties if those troops and that technical assistance was to return to those levels again?
It is a country that doesn't have military personnel from another country. There is no country on the planet that can completely find their sovereignty and independence with a definition where there is no other engagement from other countries. So I think this is a very wrong idea that we cannot have military personnel from other countries in the Maldives. That's not the world that we live in now.
During that period of churn that I mentioned, in which India and Maldives were trying to figure out how they're going to work this relationship out, we saw a lot of patience and maturity from New Delhi. How would you rate the way that Prime Minister Modi and New Delhi handled that tense period?
Well, that is India, isn't it? They are patient, they are broad-shouldered, they are thick-skinned, and they know how to handle these difficult situations. My hats off to Prime Minister Modi, to the National Security Advisor, and of course also to Dr. Jaishankar. It was very nicely and very well done. So,
you have said in the past that no Maldivian Prime Minister can not have an India-first policy. Do you think the current administration does not have that policy? Is that what we're trying to say?
Well, he now has it. They have turned around. The president has visited India on a state visit. As I speak now, the foreign minister is also here. The foreign minister has been here a number of times. I think the relations are back to normal.
Finally, I'd just like to ask you about China. There seems to be an attempt to build closer relations with Beijing, in Mali at least. But do you think that China can play the sort of role that India has historically played in the Maldives, whether it's medical tourism or whether it's being the first responder? Do you think China or any other country, for that matter, can step in and play that role?
No, I don't think so, because geography is everything. India is our close neighbor. It's next door. We share so many things. We have a similar culture. We watch Indian films. We read Indian books. We eat Indian food. We come to India for medical. We come to India for education. No, I do not think it is possible for any other country to play the role that India is playing in the Indian Ocean.
You had one piece of advice for President Muizzu about how to handle his ties with India. What would it be?
Very clearly state that our foreign policy is India first. We have to do it. We have to say it. We have to believe in it.
Thank you so much, President Nasheed, for joining us on Firstpost.
Thank you.